Hi, I'm Ali and a warm welcome to Face Yoga Master. So in today's video, I thought I would share with you a Gua Sha routine for the morning. We're going to do some great massage exercises and then finish off with an all-important lymphatic drainage release to really help reduce those toxins and waste within the facial and the neck area. So first things first, I like to start off with clean skin, and I am using a little bit of facial oil here. You don't have to, but I do find whatever you apply to your face when using the Gua Sha is also going to penetrate in even better and deeper. So I kind of almost think of it as a kind of like double bubbling effect in a way. So first of all, onto the fingers, and then just gently press all along the facial area, the face, and then also the neck. So with the Gua Sha tool here, I'm now using, first of all, the bit which almost goes like in a sort of like a shape of a curve. And the tool is also nice and clean. You always want to obviously start off with a clean Gua Sha tool. And so from the shoulder here, I'm placing fairly flat for more surface area and then just gently gliding in an upwards motion towards the ear. And then when you get to the ear, you can just give it just a little bit of a wiggle there. And then on the other side. So again, placing literally where our shoulder is from the edge of the collarbone here, shoulder, lifting all the way up along the neck towards the ear. And then just giving it a little bit of a wiggle when you get to the ear. And then where our collarbone is, again, we're using the long side here. I'm just placing my hand as an anchor and then just lifting up towards the chin area and then working my way slowly and mindfully along. So again, you can use the tool slightly at an angle, but personally I do like to use it fairly flat. And then on the other side, fingers as an anchor and just gently gliding along. And by also having some oil onto the neck and the facial area, it tends to glide better, and so you're not also compromising the skin by dragging and pulling, particularly if you have older skin. So now let's work on this jawline area here. So I'm just using the top part, placing hand as an anchor, and you want this sort of almost in the middle, and just very gently gliding along towards the neck. Sorry, the ears. And again. And then on the other side. You may want to swallow when you're using the Gua Sha tool, particularly when you're working along the neck, as we have plenty of lymph nodes under the jawline, top of the neck, so you are actually moving things kind of along. So now on the long parts here, hand as an anchor, and we're just from the nose to the jawline, just very gently gliding lower part of the face towards the ears. This is a great morning routine. Obviously you can speed it up if you like, or if you have more time you can do more reps. And this is a very light, delicate touch. And we're moving toxins and waste within the lymph. And the lymph is very close to the surface of the skin, so you don't need to be too heavy-handed. Now when it comes to the eye area, the skin around the eyes is very delicate and fine. So I'm using the top parts here. I'm turning it over, placing my finger as an anchor, and this part here, the middle part, will go where the bone is. And you want a feather-like touch all the way from the, almost from the nose, under the eye, towards the temples. And then on the other side. So again, placing hand and just very gently gliding along towards the temples here. Nice and light. And then let's work on just above the eyes. So again, the top parts here, hand as an anchor, and we're placing it first between the eyes and then just very gently gliding. So the middle part is where the eyebrow bone is. Just very nice, light, delicate touch. And then on the other side. Again, once you get to the temples, if you can just give it a little wiggle when you get to the hairline. And last time on this section. And then the forehead. So I'm just starting upside down with the top part of the love heart, if you like, placing hand as an anchor and just very gently gliding in an upwards motion. And this is a feather-light touch again on the forehead. And then on the other parts here, top of the bow, placing my hand literally under the eyebrow and just very gently gliding all along towards the hairline. And then on the other side, placing. And if you can use a mirror while you're doing this, it can be quite useful to see what you're doing, where your placement of your tool is. Now, if you don't have a Gua Sha tool, I will leave a link in the description box down below if you're interested. And they do come in various materials. This is a jade, but you can also get ones in stone, quartz, and various others. Now I'm just placing my hand as an anchor, and now we're working horizontally, nice and light, feather-light touch along the forehead, and then just come down towards the front of the ear. And then behind the ear, where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then down the big SCM muscle, down by the side of the neck, down to the collarbone. And then on the other side, placing our tool and then just, coming along, all the way along. Very, very nice, gentle glide. And then down the side of the ear. And then also the back of the ear. And then down the big SCM muscle, down to the collarbone.